Hey, this is Michael. Welcome to Mikey's Video Game Madness. If I sound like Solid Snake, the old Solid Snake, it's because I'm at the tail end of the flu, and this is infamous first light if I didn't already say that. You know, I didn't really feel like playing a video or making a video today, but I really feel obligated to make videos sometimes. Sometimes I need you guys more than you probably need me, even if it's a comment or two. So I'm going to put this out. I really like the color scheme with the neons and stuff like that. And I think the main character seems more interesting than the character of the first infamous game, and you actually can get a physical disc of this in Europe. Unfortunately, here in the US you only can get a DLC version, but they're giving it free for PSN owners, so I figured what's the perfect time to play it. I was gonna eventually get the actual disc, and I still might, depending on whether this game is worth a while or not. I'm using a new mic, by the way. I don't know if it picks up or not. It doesn't have much cord, but that's because the way I rearranged everything. I really need to use the longer cord, so the PVR has better reach. If I sound melodramatic or whatever, I'm sorry. I just don't have the kind of voice or the excitement level. I'm at the tail end of the flu and I feel like shit, and it sucks. One thing you gotta say about these games is the graphics are really good if you're gonna knock it. But it's one of those games where they spend a lot of money and motion captured the person.
You open up.
If you don't realize it, that's the chick that actually does Rize's voice if you actually play the Persona games.
Please. Tell me.
But basically, close your ears if you don't want spoilers, but I'm sure by now you kind of know what's up if you like the infamous games. But basically, there's people that are starting to gain superheroes. It's a lot like X-Men. It's probably a straight up version of X-Men. They just try to change the story around. But the version of Seattle they created looked really nice, and I didn't really get to show you it in the last video because basically I didn't have a way to record on PS4 and I had to use a camcorder. So you play as this junkie named Fetch, and they did it really. It looks better than it did in Infamous Second Son. I'll put subtitles on eventually, so you don't have to listen to my sick ass talk. Apparently there's a plague going around, and the frame rate's actually really nice too, I have to say. So if there's screen clipping, that's why. I only can record 30 frames per second.
No one will be able to find us.
I hope I pushed all the buttons right. This is fairly new, and like I said, I got a new mic too. I have no idea how this is going to come out, but I hope it captures the aesthetic beauty of the game, because it does look really good.
Look at me. Eyes up. Right here.
I'll probably replay all this because I want to witness it. So this is a standalone DLC pack. I wonder if this is actually better than the original game. A lot of people complain the original game was repetitive, but most games are. It doesn't mean that they're not fun, but I could see a lot of people's gripes and stuff. So you have light speed ability. Delsin in the first game had the ability to absorb people's powers. But I think this story is more interesting, actually. I didn't think Delsin, I didn't think he was an unlikable character. I hope I'm saying his name right, and I'm not talking about the other games. But, like Infamous 1 or 2. But yeah, like, it looks good the way it reflects and the particles. Can she kill people? I can't remember. I really like the neons of this. I thought that's where Infamous Second Son really shined. I should have waited. This game is making me queasy just because, just because I'm getting over the flu. I'm sorry. Like, my mind's like fried.
Gotta ditch this guy.
Why is she not running out of neon? Unless she gets it from the hotel or something. Probably a tutorial. Yeah, it looks really cool. I think it looks better than the first game, even though it's using the same engine. Fetches. Oh no. All these characters with superpowers can't jump. The character model, I mean, it's incredible how detailed they are. I mean, the Sony exclusives like blow some of the PC games out of the water. I hate to say, I know there's the PC Master Race, but the exclusives on PlayStation 4 are like the best I personally have seen.
And you know I want that cat. Just tell me
I forgot. I told you I was gonna put on subtitles, didn't I? So worn out, but I really want to do a video because I feel like I haven't made one in a while.
Do it.
Fine, just be fast. The penthouse at 3rd and Stone. Break in, grab the red duffel bag.
Okay.
But you basically play as like this thief junkie,
I like the sound of that.
which you'll learn more about in the first game if this interests you. But maybe this one will interest you better because it's only like $14, although I'm sure that the other game, the first one, they'll probably make it around the same price. But I'd love to get a physical copy of this, like I did with Resident Evil. Except I know for a fact that since it's going to the European market, it'll definitely be in English. I don't have to risk missing out on anything. Not that I have on Resident Evil, but when you import games, that's always a risk you have to take. Find apartment. I don't even know what I'm doing. Do you have a map? Not that it's huge. It's not San Andreas we're talking about here. Alright. Place waypoint. Sorry, I'm so slow today. My landlord was supposed to come in and check the radiator. I'm sorry I'm so monotone, more so than usual. And she's scared to come into my house until I feel better, which I don't blame her. I have appointments next week I gotta go to. I'm like, I'm gonna get the flu all over again. Unless I wear like a body hazard like suit. Or a hazmat suit, sorry. Body hazard suit. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. There's a reference to Sly Cooper. If you're a long time PlayStation person. I really love my PlayStation. I think it's stupid that people pick one system over the other. I'm so happy with it. I'm so happy I decided to pick the PlayStation. That Sunset Overdrive game looks really good, but it doesn't look anything like this. Even if this isn't your cup of tea, you have to admit that it looks pretty cool. Pretty cool being an understatement. The only thing about Fetch, which I think her name is, I didn't look at the subtitles because I'm stupid and I was trying to talk. She can absorb powers. Like Delson could absorb Fetch's powers, and depending on whatever he absorbed, like if he absorbed like the electric from like this car wash, he would get Fetch's powers. But if he absorbed smoke, he would get like the smoke ability. I don't know, it's fun looking around. The people that made this game are actually from Seattle, so this is like a condensed version, but I mean it still looks really good. They actually got some people that sponsored like their company into the game, depending on the company. Some people didn't want anything to do with this game. One of the first times I ever saw that was the second Jet Moto. I remember seeing a Mountain Dew banner, but I remember seeing it like, look at the reflections, it looks so cool. But I remember the first time it really stuck in my mind is the original Crazy Taxi. If you download it now, they changed all the music and places to go to. Well, how do I go in? Well, straight up walls like I've been, I guess. But I don't know where it is. She never seems to run out of energy. Delson would run out of energy fairly quickly. They definitely seem to refine the engine. Would definitely give this a shot if you have PlayStation Network. Or PSN or whatever, PlayStation Plus. This is the free game in the month. That and some other game. I downloaded it. It didn't really interest me, but whatever. You can't win them all. I was more than pleased to see this. It looks amazing. Look at that cityscape. I don't think it's fully explorable. It might be. But it just looks way too detailed for the game to be able to handle that much. I think this is pretty like linear story wise. When Fetch was still on the run. One thing I do remember about this game is it really, sorry if you heard that truck, I live in the city.
Knock, knock. What?
No weaknesses! Kill her! Prevent the case!
Oh, you wanna fight?
I just want the red duffel bag. That's it.
Oh, looks like I took it. Wow, as detailed as this game is, it has quite the amount of environmental destruction. That's awesome.
Where's that duffel?
Give me my drugs. some people might be turned off because it's drug related or whatever, or playing as a girl, but I don't care who you play as long as the game's fun. This looks like a really polished game. This actually looks more polished than the first one, if you ask me. There's a lot going on gameplay wise in the first one, but like I said, I don't think Delson was as interesting as a character. It doesn't mean the game wasn't fun. But it just seems like they really...
Charge up.
This is what Watch Dogs was probably supposed to look like, to be honest with you. Like, you can see reflections from the headlights pretty vividly, where it's almost blinding. You don't see that much in games. Like, it even changes the color of her hair. She must be out of neon sources. It's alright. We're in Seattle. We'll find something. Oh no, it's doing that speaker shit on PlayStation. I usually try to turn it off.
Dancing around a bomb.
Shit. The occurrence. They found him.
Found who?
Wow,
My boss. They
those
knew about the
blasts are
penthouse
pretty
thing.
powerful.
They'll know about our boat. We gotta go now.
Fine, warm up the engine.
Think of
I'll be right there.
Seattle.
I'm sorry about all this. I really wanted to get you that Burmese
Does
cat.
that have any power I can take? I feel a lot better than I did. I just feel really worn out, so I'm sorry that I picked such a cool game to do a commentary about when I don't feel good. But I feel a lot better. Like, if I play this game quiet or whatever, I'd probably have a blast. But I'm trying to sound interesting, even though I don't know if I'm really that good at that ever, but I try. Although my friend Vexy Vampire, or Christina, but Vexy Vampire is the name of her channel. I hope you don't mind that I used your first name. She found it hilarious when I was playing games like online or whatever. It was like way more energetic, but also I'm not coming off of a flu, but it can happen. It's just, I guess with YouTube, you know the whole world's watching you versus like a couple of people. I'd love to do like some Skype gaming, but I don't know if I have anything that can like actually render all that at the same time. Return to boat. Alright. Where's her little running thing? I forgot how to do it. I know how to shoot now. There we go. Man, that looks cool. And it's reflecting off everything, so it's not like a... Oh, fuck. I must have not absorbed enough neon. What's the matter? Like, your neon limitation wasn't an issue before. Oh, just because I gotta go a certain area. The world was open in Delson, so maybe that's why the frame rate works so good on here. And this game might be open too. I did hear they tweaked the engine a lot. But I mean, I think it'll reflect on that. Really, you wanna fuck with me? Hey guys. So So far, beside the story elements of the beginning of the game, I think that this is a better game, in my opinion. Which means shit, but it just seems a lot more fun, even though Delson had this power too. Eventually, maybe I need to go back.
Hatch, stay away from the boat. The currents are just outside. They got guns.
What? I'll be right there.
No, you have one of your panic attacks near these guys. They'll freaking take you.
I'm keeping it together just fine. I got you. Now hang up and hide, dummy.
That has to be neon. Man, the reflections are so good. This probably has some of the best lighting and reflections and shit that I've ever seen. Might not be your game, but still. Like I said, you can't deny the beauty. It's not reflecting on the water. I'm not being nitpicky because I'm flabbergasted about how good this game looks, and it's only $14. The only thing I'm disappointed about is that we don't get a physical copy. I would buy this in a heartbeat. Fuck with me. Whoa. Let me put fetch's waypoint down since I have severe ADD. Alright, I gotcha. Can you shoot that, asshole? I know there's somebody to be like, PCs can do all that. Well, program a game that does. These exclusive PlayStation games, like, take a little bit of power and pull a shitload out. Now, as far as the ports go, I can't really comment on that. But the PlayStation exclusives look fucking unreal to me. But I mean, I'm the kid that was impressed with like the original Resident Evil that I got for Christmas, and I couldn't believe Shadows of the Empire and Mario 64. Or even going further, Super Mario World, just the graphics alone. I don't like the touchpad on the PlayStation, I will say that. And sometimes it sticks, at least with my controller. I'm sure somebody's gonna be like, it doesn't stick. But if you use games a lot that require you to use the thumbstick a lot, where you have to push it in, like, I think it wears out the controller a little bit. I'm just a normal homeless junkie, don't mind me. Balancing is a lot better on this too. And I keep on missing my waypoint. Boots around here somewhere, I would assume. I guess this was before the anti-hero initiative or whatever they call it. Probably quoting Watchmen or some shit. I don't fucking know. Because in the first game, there was these people that were equipped to handle people with superpowers. I'm not spoiling anything. It's like in the first 5 minutes of the game. If you think the gameplay looks cool, then you should at least try it then. I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm suggesting that you should try it if the gameplay looks cool. But I played the first game, and so far I'm having more fun with the first hour than I did with the other game. It takes a while to kind of get deep into the first game. Man, I just can't get over the detail of the character models.
Come on, dummy. Where are you?
I'm surprised the cell phone still works. As much as I've been shot at.
I need you. Whenever I'd start to freak out, I'd focus on Brent. It was the only thing that calmed me down.
Yeah, because he probably gave you heroin.
First night in Seattle. We found this
I don't know if you
overpass
can
and
tell,
got out
but
of
the
rain.
Infamous series was kind
Ended
of
up reading
always
comics by
based
flashlight
on a
until we fell
comic
asleep.
book theme.
Later, this guy snuck in
It
and tried
probably
to steal
saves a
little
lot of
cat.
space though,
And I was
like
about to make him pay
with
for it.
all the trying to render it and stuff
We
like
established
that.
the rules. Rule number 1, no powers, no matter what. We might lose some gear, but Brent didn't want us to lose us. I shouldn't have used my powers. It was my fault he was gone.
I'm
It was
glad
my-
they picked her for the DLC because, like I said, she seems more interesting. Because in the first game, you kind of played somebody who just had a good time because he had superpowers,
breaks
which
from reality
in theory sounds like a good idea, but I kind of
up with
like
new
the
powers.
dramatic idea.
So my
Sorry.
body decided to fight,
My
but my
phone.
mind just gave up. You've been very forthcoming, Miss Walker.
Hold on.
How about
I'm
Brent?
filming right now.
You can show me the skill you acquired from
It's
your
fine. I'll call you
mental
back.
snap. I thought you wanted
What
to
a
get control of
professional
your
way to
powers.
go, but I don't have 2,000 subscribers
That's
to
what we
try to
have.
impress. I like the handful of people that I talk to on a regular basis. Hopefully you guys will understand. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to
Please
you
don't
or
try
anything.
anything
Stupid.
I wasn't
do is
expecting it. I meant to push
No,
the
Miss
mute
Walker.
button on the phone, but
You're a survivor.
shit happens. That looks like the Avengers logo. Wow, this
Everyone
place
has a
looks
weakness.
cool.
You just have to look for it.
Alright guys, I'm gonna end this video here because this story seems pretty involved, and I said I was trying to make shorter videos and I'm really trying, but it's really hard, and thanks for putting up with my brain dead like after the fact flu, but I really wanted to put something up for you guys, so thank you for being patient with me, and take care, all of you, and especially all of you that supported the channel even when some of the videos were lackluster. But I almost want to tell you to give this game a shot, but I don't want to tell you to do anything. We all like different things. But if you have PlayStation Plus, you have nothing to lose because the game's free on PlayStation Plus. So that's the only way I played it, and I kind of feel like I missed out a little bit so far. Maybe the game will get super shitty later on. I don't know. But thank you guys so much, and if you're new to this channel and you liked it, feel free to subscribe, and if you like the video in general, feel free to thumbs up and leave a comment, positive or negative. Just make sure your criticism is constructive. If you choose to be negative, nobody likes people that are mean, because it hurts our feelings. That probably was just an invitation to encourage you to hurt my feelings right there. But thank you guys so much for the support and everything. And take care. I'll talk to you on the next video when I'm healed more and my brain's not as fuzzy. Alright guys, take care. Bye.